if you ever go to the store to buy a box of Trix cereal, don't be ashamed, guys. It's okay. You're still an adult. When you see the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Hey everybody, this is David, and today I'm going to be talking about Ted 2, the sequel to the hit smash comedy Ted from 2012. And yeah, I am going to be talking about the sequel because I just came back from seeing it. And what did I think about it? Let's get into it. I think with Ted 2, you come in expecting the same type of humor that you would in the original film. And yes, you do. You get that Seth MacFarlane humor that you would get in from that last film. A lot of the movie, for me, was hit and miss. There were some really great jokes, and then there were some jokes that were like, they were okay. For the most part, though, I think when the jokes hit, they hit well, and that's really good because that's what you want from a comedy. The story is basically, Ted he gets married, but then later the government finds out, and sends him a letter telling him that he's not a real person in the law of, America. And so he fights for his civil rights to become a real person. And not a real person like a human, but, be looked at as a real person. And it kind of, resonates with today's audiences. There's a lot of people fighting for their civil rights, and deservingly so, and I think Ted 2 really captures that. For the most part, there are a lot of offensive jokes as well. I think people should come in knowing that, though. If you watched Family Guy or the first Ted or even A Million Ways to Die in the West, Ted does have that offensive humor that could offend certain groups of people. So I don't know, maybe people like me have a sense of humor and can let it slide, but I can see some people getting offended by it. Mark Wahlberg and the bear, these two carry this film, and they have great chemistry together. You can't deny that. This little bear might be a computer animated character, but at the end of the day, he feels real and he seems real. He's a character with feelings, and you feel that once in a while, especially during the heartwarming moments, which this movie definitely has once in a while. For the most part, though, I am going to say I like this just as much as the original Ted. I know there's going to be a lot of people probably being like, I don't think this was as good as the original Ted. The original Ted, to me, was kind of this more or less the same. It had, a lot of great jokes that I really enjoyed, but then it had some of those jokes where it was like, it fell a little flat for me here and there. Family Guy's kind of the same to me in that sense. And even A Million Ways to Die in the West, a lot of people hated on that movie, but I was actually one of the few people that enjoyed it. I felt there was that same type of humor here, and some of the jokes hit, and some of the jokes was a joke itself. But for the most part, I think they were all enjoyable films. I think I enjoyed all of them. And Ted 2, though, I can see why some people might not have liked A Million Ways to Die in the West. But Ted 2, to me, follows the first Ted nicely. To me, if you like the first Ted, I think you will enjoy Ted 2. I think it's that type of random humor that comes out of nowhere once in a while that has you questioning, like, what the heck did I just witness? And for that, guys, I'm going to have to recommend it to people that did like the first Ted movie. So go out, watch it, guys. I think there's a lot of great cameos here. Some pretty good supporting characters as well. There's that creepy bad guy from the first movie that comes back in this one. I don't know if I should have spoiled that, but whatever. I don't think that's much of a spoil. If you go on IMDb, you can see his name in the credits. And yeah, with that being said, guys, that's it. Go check out this movie if you like the first Ted. I think I'll recommend it. I gave it a 7 out of 10 if you want a rating from me. There you go. So with that being said, guys, take care.